Hi, Paul here with Harry behind the camera, and today we are out in the Black Mountains on a beautifully sunny, breezy, brisk day to talk to you about the new RAB Infinity Jacket. So what is the RAB Infinity Jacket? It's a naturally down insulated jacket, quite a warm jacket, a heavily insulated jacket that uses the brand new Gore Infinium membrane to protect the down from the elements. Now, as you'd expect with Gore, as soon as you hear the word Gore or Gore-Tex, you immediately jump to the conclusion that that's going to be bomb-proof, waterproof. But the thing about Infinium is that it's designed to make the jacket super breathable. It's much more breathable than your standard Gore-Tex waterproofing membrane. It does add complete windproofness to the jacket, as I can testify today. It's blustery and breezy up here. And it does add a high degree of water resistancy. But there is a caveat here: the jacket is not 100% waterproof, just highly water resistant. So kind of on a practical level, you'd have to try really hard to get wet in this, but you know, for technical reasons we cannot guarantee it to be 100% waterproof. So it's heavily insulated down jacket with a highly protective, highly breathable outer fabric, thanks to that Gore Infinium membrane. So what is the RAB Infinity Jacket made from? So let's start with the insulation, because that's what it's all about. It's about keeping you warm, insulating you from the cold and the wind and the rain. So it's filled with 250 grams of 800 fill power hydrophobic RDS European goose down. Now that's quite a mouthful, and I'm not even going to try and repeat that, but what I will do is I'll break it down into its component parts and just explain to you what each bit means. You can skip this bit of the video if you're already geeked out on it, but so 250 grams, that is the physical weight of the amount of down that's inside the jacket. 800 fill power. So fill power refers to the amount of space 1 ounce of down will fill up when it's allowed to loft naturally, and in this case that's 800 cubic inches, or about 16 litres if you're familiar with kind of rucksack capacity. Harry might even do something wacky with the video here, so I'm just going to move my hands around. But yeah, so it means 800 fill power is a really high fill power, and that illustrates the down's ability to loft up, to fluff up and trap all that warmth. Hydrophobic. Each and every cluster of the down is treated with a Nikwax fluorocarbon-free water repellent treatment at source. So before it goes into the jacket, it's treated, and that just stops the down from absorbing moisture from your sweat or from the rain, allows it to dry quicker should it get wet, and just to resist moisture better, dry quicker. Doesn't make it waterproof, just helps with that kind of moisture, you know, stop it getting wet basically. RDS, Responsible Down Standard, that's a down standard adopted by RAB, and just ensures that the down comes from ethically sourced and sustainable geese production. So it comes from happy geese basically. European goose down, about the best you can get. So that kind of breaks down the insulation. It's just a really high quality, warm, lightweight insulation that's going to keep you nice and toasty when you're exposed to cold conditions. So all that down that we've just talked about inside the jacket is held in place using a box wall construction, and that's about the best construction to use for maximum warmth and efficiency while still allowing a good pack size. You've probably seen down jackets that have got lots of little stitch lines across like that, and that's a stitch through construction where the outer fabric and the inner fabric are kind of pinched together to form little tubes, and all the down is pushed down inside those tubes. With a box wall construction is literally a box. So the outer and the face fabric remain separate, and then little box channels are built inside to trap the down, to place the down in the right place and allow it to loft up. So it allows the down to expand. We talked about fill power earlier, to really maximise that fill power and warmth. And then protecting the down from the elements, so the fabric on the outside that you can see is a lightweight nylon, so it's a soft, light nylon, still durable, still got great tear resistance, but it's lighter weight, softer for great comfort while you're wearing it. Also allows the jacket to pack down really small. And then behind that nylon is this Gore Infinium membrane, which I talked about in the introduction. So it's basically an expanded EPTFE, expanded polytetrafluoroethylene. Same membrane that they use for Gore-Tex waterproofing, but there's some subtle differences in the construction, and it's untaped, so it's not 100% waterproof. But basically, where there is no stitching, it's waterproof. It's practically waterproof. So like I said earlier, you'd have to try really hard to get wet in this jacket. And then just to maximise on that performance of the membrane, RAB have overlaid this whole section here is virtually stitchless. So right over the shoulders, the yoke, down the chest here is completely stitch free to maximise that performance of the membrane, just to give you that kind of super duper weather resistance, but with incredible breathability. So if you're working hard, you're using this on a cold day, you're yomping up the hill, it's blowing a hoolie, it's snowing, it's really cold, that moisture that you're creating inside is going to escape and keep you comfortable, keep you warm and keep you dry. On the inside of the Infinity jacket, RAB have used, again, a lightweight nylon for durability and for softness, and to allow that moisture out, help to wick the moisture away from your skin. So if you're working hard, you're sweating heavily inside the jacket, it's all going to get out. I can't really stress enough that the main USPs of this jacket is the weather protection and the breathability. The breathability of the Infinium membrane is far, far in excess of your standard Gore waterproof membrane. So the trade-off is, yeah, it might not be 100% waterproof, but it's far, far more breathable. And given that this is a heavily insulated jacket and designed to be used in cold conditions where it's snowing, wetting out isn't normally the issue, it's more about breathability. So this is where this is going to come into its own. So what are the features? Okay, so it's got enough features to make it a usable and versatile jacket for mountaineering, hill walking, expedition work, or even just around town if you want a really comfy, good looking jacket to wear to keep you warm in winter. So starting up at the top, you've got a fully helmet compatible hood. So this would make it an ideal belay jacket. You're sat at the bottom of the belay, it's freezing cold, throw it over the top of everything, whip the hood up over your helmet, and it's going to take that easily. It's got a proper wired peak, so the peak doesn't fall down over your eyes, and there's a draw cord at the back to adjust the volume. So if you're not wearing a helmet, you've just got a beanie on, or like today, you're lidless. The hood will cinch down nicely over your head without too much volume, and you've got side adjusters as well, just to help to pull in that extra volume. So moving down from the hood, obviously you've got some arms. The arms are pre-curved and articulated for ease of movement. So again, used for climbing, mountaineering, scrambling, winter activities like that. And they're finished off with a kind of part elasticated, part hook and loop, or Velcro to you and I. So they tighten up really nicely around the wrist. That is a really super tight closure. If you've got gloves and mitts on, it's really going to seal in the warmth and seal out the elements. Really nice, nicely finished cuffs. And then storage-wise, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. So you get 2 pockets of hand warmer pockets on the front here, insulation over the top to keep your hands warm. So inside one of the hand warmer pockets, you'll find a stuff sack, obviously for stuffing the jacket into, and here's how small it packs down to, just to give you an indication of size. BD helmet, RAB Infinity jacket. Let's do those up. You get a chest pocket up on the top here, and that's big enough. I've got my phone in there, and that uses a laminated reverse coil zip just to help keep the elements out. And then the main zip itself is a YKK AquaGuard, so that's a really reliable, highly water resistant zip with these new sort of molded zip pullers on. Again, easy to use with gloves and mitts when you're not quite so dexterous, easy to grab hold of. And then inside the jacket, you've got 2 big mesh dump pockets which you can stuff your hat, your gloves, water bottles in to stop them freezing. So inside there, 2 big mesh dump pockets, really handy, lots of storage. Right down at the bottom, you've got a dual draw cord here, just quick release, and these are nice new flat quick release buckles, and it makes a huge difference. I mean, even just stood around here today, it's not massively cold, but just pulling that in, stopping that wind drawing up inside the jacket makes a massive difference to the comfort and the warmth of this lovely jacket. So the main zip also has a 2-way feature, so there's an extra puller at the bottom so you can undo the zip from the bottom. If if you need to get to your harness or answer the call of nature. And another neat little feature is a little popper here on this kind of draft strip here. So you could do that popper up, adjust the zip, and that will give you some extra ventilation without exposing your whole chest area. Okay, so how does the RAB Infinity jacket fit? Well, if you're familiar with our videos, you will know my vital statistics. I'm 6'3", 42-inch chest, 34-inch waist, and actually weighed myself this morning, and I'm 13 stone, 12.5 pounds. So this is a size large, and it's a roomy fit. You know, you've got to bear in mind it's designed to be either as an overlayer, as a belay jacket, or worn over clothing. So it's a nice, easy, roomy fit, nice long arms, plenty of reach, plenty of movement. So there's really no need to size up if you're going to wear extra layers underneath. So today, for instance, I've just got a lightweight base layer and a lightweight fleece, and I'm really toasty in here. It's lovely and warm. There's a I don't know if you can pick it up on the mic, but there's quite a breeze blowing through here. And despite the sunshine, it is quite chilly, but I'm lovely and warm. It's toasty warm. It's a great, easy, regular fit. The RAB Infinity jacket is primarily designed to be an outer. You've got that insulating down on the inside. You've got the Infinium membrane for protection, so it makes sense for it to go over the top of everything. You could use this as a belay jacket. Because of its great compressibility and small pack size, it's the kind of thing you keep in your pack for when you stop, maybe for lunch, your navigation breaks, or even sat, like I said, sat at the bottom of a belay. Throw this over the top of everything for a brilliant sort of highly protective belay jacket. Or you could just wear it around town as a town coat, as a great protective warm winter jacket. Personally, I don't think I'd ever find a situation where I'd want to use this as a mid layer. It is purely an insulating and protective outer layer. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That is the new RAB Infinity jacket. If you've been impressed or you want to take a look at some more details, Harry will put a link up to take you right through to the Infinity jacket on our website. And also put a link up to learn more about how to layer effectively for the mountains. Or if you like our content and you want to subscribe, please follow the link below or add your comments and questions. It's always good to hear from you. So I'm going to sign off, say thanks very much. Toodaloo.